Hello my fashion friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about what you should never ever wear to someone else's wedding. I know wedding season is well underway. It's the summertime. A lot of people are getting married right now, and you're probably getting invited to a lot, or you probably have been invited to a lot of weddings. And so here are some things that you are never ever going to wear, unless the bride herself, coming from her mouth, tells you you are allowed to wear this thing. Don't wear it. I don't care if the mother of the bride told you, if the fiance told you, if the maid of honor told you. I don't care who told you. Unless you are standing in front of the bride, in front of her face, and you can clearly see it come out of her mouth, you are allowed to wear XYZ to my wedding. Do not wear it, okay? And if I see you wearing these things to someone's wedding, I'm gonna get you, okay? So make sure, do not wear these things to someone else's wedding. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first one obviously is a white solid dress, especially if it's floor length. Why would you wear a solid white dress to someone else's wedding? The bride is wearing a solid white floor length dress. There is no reason why you should ever think it's okay to wear a solid white dress to someone else's wedding. That's just disrespectful. So that one is pretty much self-explanatory. No, never do it, okay? Don't do it. You're going to look like you're trying to be the bride, upstage the bride. People are going to be looking at you sideways. Do not do it, guys. Don't do it. Okay, so number two would be anything that looks dressier than the bride. So for example, if the bride is saying that it's kind of like a beach type wedding, or it's like kind of like a, not kind of like a cowboy, like Western theme or whatever, and it's still dressy, but it's a little bit laid back. So let's say, you know, it's a Western wedding and the bride is wearing like cowboy boots, like under her dress. Her dress is a little bit shorter and she has cowboy boots on to showcase the cowboy boots. And here you come in this Cinderella ball gown, sequins everywhere, diamonds and pearls and glistening heel. No, okay, that you came dressier than the bride in that case. Don't ever do it. Do not upstage your bride. Don't be that person. Don't be disrespectful, okay? So make sure nothing that is ever dressier than the bride. Okay, do not ever wear flip-flops, okay? A wedding is a fancy occasion. Why in the hell are you wearing flip-flops? Do not wear, I don't even care if it's a beach wedding. Wear a nice flat or something, or like a nice wedge or something, but don't wear flip-flops. But if the bride says it's okay, then it's okay. But just don't wear flip-flops. It's a wedding, guys. Let's be a little bit more dressed up for the occasion. So yeah, no flip-flops. Okay, jeans. Do not wear jeans to someone's wedding. I don't care if they're really nice jeans. They're jeans, okay? You're wearing jeans to a wedding. Don't do that. Especially the guys. I know there are a lot of like really nice dressy jeans for guys where they can have like a sport coat over it and like a nice dress shirt and then jeans. But that is a nice look, but it's not dressy enough for a wedding. Come in a suit. Come in a nice crisp like blue suit, gray suit, you know, khaki suit. Just do not wear jeans, guys. Don't wear jeans. It's too casual for the occasion. It's just way too casual. Okay, I think this is pretty much self-explanatory as well and obvious, but don't wear sweats. Don't wear sweats to a wedding. I mean, I know like the bridal party sometimes has like matching velour or like juicy couture like sweats and stuff, but that's like before the wedding, okay? Don't wear them to the wedding. Sweats just make you look like you didn't try, you didn't want to put in effort, you don't care about the whole event. You know, it's like the bride and groom spent a lot of money on this day. They spent a lot of time trying to make it perfect for themselves and everyone involved. So don't come and disrespect them by wearing sweats, okay? And I'm pretty sure the bride is not going to tell you it's okay to wear sweats. So just sweats are completely out of the picture. Do not wear sweats to a wedding. And this one is mainly for the guys, but it can be for girls too. But don't wear dress shirts with short sleeves. I know it's still a dress shirt, but a dress shirt with short sleeves is kind of casual still. I would just go ahead, if you want to do like kind of like a short sleeve, I would wear like a long dress shirt and maybe like roll up the sleeves a little bit so that it's like 3/4 length. But don't wear short sleeves, because that's still, gives it kind of a casual vibe, unless if you have like a short sleeve and then you have like a blazer over it where you can't even see the sleeves anyway, then that's okay. But don't just wear a short sleeve shirt by itself and then not have anything else to kind of like dress it up or conceal the fact that it is a short sleeve shirt. So no to that. Okay, and then neon. Do not wear neon. It's too bright. Okay, it's too much, especially when you're taking photos and everything. It wouldn't look good when the bride has like a white dress on and the groom has like a black tux or like a dark navy tux or something like that. It stands out in the picture. Okay. It just does not look good, especially for pictures. Like I said, you will stand out in the picture more than the bride, because white does stand out, but when you have neon next to white, the neon really pulls your eye, and so you really don't want to wear neon. Just don't do it. Okay, also don't wear anything that exposes your bra or any undergarments. You don't want panty lines showing, you don't want your girdle showing, you don't want your bra strap showing, none of that. Okay, this is a classy event, okay, elegant. You don't want that kind of ratchetness to come about in a wedding. Okay, it's just not acceptable. You know, you really want to do your best for the bride this day. Like I said, they've spent a lot of money, they spent a lot of time and effort planning this day. You really want to not be a problem for them. You really want to not be something they're thinking about. They have so much to think about that night that, you know, them looking over and glancing at you and seeing, you know, your undergarments exposed. I know that's something like that's really trivial and doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but trust me, that night the bride wants everything to be picture perfect and you don't want to jeopardize that, you know. Okay, and then clown makeup. You don't want to wear clown makeup, anything that's too much, too overdone, because usually for the bride as well, the bride has a lot of makeup on that day. From my experience, like when it was my wedding, that was the most makeup I'd ever worn my entire life, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved the way it looked. I looked absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, and so you don't want to be competing with the bride in that regard. You don't want your makeup to be overpowering what the bride's makeup is. You want to keep it subtle, you want to keep it elegant, you want to keep it nice and classy. You don't want to do anything that is going to take attention away from the bride. Even if the makeup is done well, even if your, you know, clown makeup is done well, you know, someone may compliment you and say, hey, your makeup looks great. I wonder, in the back of the mind, they're thinking, well, the bride's makeup doesn't look that good, you know. So just don't do anything that overpowers the bride, okay? Keep the makeup subtle so that you're not calling attention to you. It's not about you that night, okay? Whatever you do, it's not about you. Don't bring attention to yourself that night. Okay, and don't wear anything that is too sexy. Do not wear anything that is overly sexy, too short, you know, too revealing up top. I mean, I think that one is pretty self-explanatory too. It's like, okay, you're at a classy event. It's at a wedding. You're not at the club, okay? You're not at a house party. You're at a wedding, okay? Just think about it. If it were your wedding, would you want someone to come, you know, dressed slutty, or, I mean, I don't want to say slutty, but dressed in just attire that is not appropriate? You don't want that to happen at your own wedding. So be considerate and don't do those things at someone else's wedding. Okay, and next is do not wear the same color as the bridesmaids. If you're not a bridesmaid, then you don't want to look like a bridesmaid. If she didn't choose you to be a bridesmaid, you need to make sure that you don't look like the bridesmaid, or someone may confuse you as such. So as much as possible, if you can find out what color the bridesmaids are wearing, then try to stay away from that color, just so because a lot of times you want the wedding party, you know who the wedding party is based on what everyone is wearing, and you don't want to get mistaken as being part of the wedding party because they have been specifically hand chosen by the bride, and so you kind of want to be respectful of that. So just make sure whatever the bridesmaid's color is, do not wear that color either. And last but not least, the most important one, this is actually the funniest one, and I hope this has never happened to anybody, but don't wear your own wedding dress to a wedding. Why would you wear your very own wedding dress to someone else's wedding? It just makes no sense whatsoever. Who does that? I don't get it. You wore your wedding dress on your wedding. That was your day. This is someone else's day now, so let them have their day and their moment in their own dress. If someone wore their wedding dress to my wedding, I would kick them out. Like, no doubt, I would kick them out of my, unless they had like a backup dress or something like that, I would kick them out. And I'd be like, why would you even dare do that? Why would you even dare wear your own wedding dress? Like, it just makes me mad thinking about it. But just don't wear your own wedding dress. So yeah, that's just not a good look. Don't wear your own wedding dress. Let the bride have her day and her moment, okay? Don't wear your wedding dress. Please don't, okay? But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video. These are some tips and tricks as far as being a nice wedding guest, okay? Like I said, if I see you doing these things at a wedding, I'm gonna get you, okay? But hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, please come back in a timely fashion.